Welcome to this week's episode of the 3-Point Play. This week's sports focus. Point man, these guards are up to something. We're doing the top 5 point guards in the NBA currently. I always have to the left of me the great Aaron, and to the right the legendary Jordan. And I'm your host, Zev. Aaron, let's start us off at your 5th pick for who the top 5 point guards are in the NBA.
Number 5, Zev, it's John Wall.
Oh,
Do the John Wall.
do the John Wall. Can you do the John Wall for everybody at home?
I'm not doing it.
All right, I'll just do it. That means he can't.
Oh. I'm so happy you're the one who did it.
All right.
Listen,
Aaron, John Wall.
25 and 10. Stat sheet stuffer supreme.
Oh, yeah.
He plays a phenomenal defense. Is willing to block anybody, regardless if he gets posterized or not. I love the tenacity on both sides.
Mm-hmm.
The confidence is great.
Yes.
And he's a floor general. He's like one of those pure point guards that you have in the league. There's not many of them left.
No?
Because everyone's now more of a combo guard, which makes him a better leader on the court and off the court because he's more respectable in that aspect due to the fact that he's a floor general first and not like a scoring mentality first.
Yeah, he is the epitome of a
true
of a player coach of that floor general that you need. Gets you over 10 assists a game. He really knows how to set up guys. And for someone who is really not necessarily working with a lot in Washington at this point, Bradley Beal is coming back from injury this year.
But he's so inconsistent.
But, we don't know what's going to how much of Bradley Beal is going to come back.
Exactly.
It's rough. So being able to do that, finding players and making them play better, that's what you think of when you think of, the original point guard.
Exactly.
Jordan.
My number 5 is CP3. Chris Paul.
Wow, Chris Paul.
At 5?
I'll tell you why. He can't. Look.
Wow.
The proof is in the
pudding.
Yeah, is in the pudding, or in this case, the NBA. They make the playoffs with an amazing team, but they don't do anything with it. I expected like 3 rings already.
He got injured last postseason.
Oh please.
That's not fair.
He can't dominate. He has to rely on others to pass to and score. And with that being said, he can't dominate enough to be able to say that he's an amazing player. He's an amazing passer. I'll give him that.
That's an interesting point, though. I don't necessarily agree with Chris Paul down at 5, but the fact is that he hasn't made it far in the playoffs.
That is true.
I don't know.
But during the regular season, he's phenomenal.
He's phenomenal, but that only gets you so far. At the end of the day, we want to see rings, we want to see championships, and
especially a player of his caliber.
Yeah, Chris Paul is way too good to not have a ring at this point. And is that a mental thing? Is that really he's just gotten the bad luck on things? David Stern stopped him once.
I think it's more of the bad luck instead of the mental.
But we can't keep giving players, a pass. At some point, they need to deliver, and it hasn't happened yet.
And this is how good of a passer he is. He has 10 assists on only 2.5 turnovers. That's amazing. I think that's the highest assist to turnover ratio.
Yeah, I mean, it's pretty easy to do in Lob City,
Yeah,
that's true.
But he's done it in New Orleans. He's done it in his past. It's not necessarily the fact that he has Blake Griffin and DeAndre right now. He's always been able to find players, even when it was just like David West and Tyson Chandler.
Yes.
Always being able to find players. Yeah. All right. Aaron, number 4.
Number 4, Uncle Drew. Kyrie Irving. Kid could get buckets.
Oh, yeah.
When healthy, he's guaranteed 20+. That shot he made in Game 7 was beautiful.
Yeah. Solidified who he is.
Yes. He came out after Game 2 saying he has to be more effective. He has to come and play in order for them to win.
Mm-hmm.
And Game 3 and on, he was amazing. He was dominant. He was shooting efficiently, which he's always been a phenomenal shooter.
Yep.
And he is guaranteed to take a whole load off LeBron James when it comes to scoring.
Yeah, I think that's what LeBron was trying to find, actually. It looks like he got rid of the injury bug, which is good.
Yes.
And he's going to have a great year, in my opinion. I think LeBron's going to be able to take a step back, especially in the East, and really just allow Kyrie to be Kyrie.
Yeah.
But where was he before LeBron got to Cleveland?
Here we go.
That
What
is
was their
true.
record?
But him as a player
worst
was
teams
still
in the NBA.
phenomenal. He was a very good player before LeBron got
But it doesn't translate to any wins.
There we go.
That's true.
That's what. Is he number 1? No, he's number 4.
He's not on my list at all.
Okay.
Oh, you're spoiling the list.
Who's your number 4? Who's your number 4 then?
Number 4. I don't know how many people know this nickname, but he's called Optimus Dime. John Wall.
John Wall? Optimus Dime?
That's a great nickname. I like
Look
it.
at that face.
I hope it'll stick.
Yeah.
Optimus Dime.
All right, John Wall.
Well, Aaron basically said it all. He's a player who could dominate, unlike CP3. He can drive, shoot a mid-range, or pass. Great passer also.
Yeah.
Except he's able to take over the game.
No one can catch him, too, on the open floor.
Right.
He's so fast.
He's got that one-man
That's
fast break in
right.
2K.
There you go. Dropping the 2K knowledge.
Exactly.
Yeah, I mean, John Wall.
See, I have Chris Paul at number 3 because
Well, let's go to that then.
the reason why I have Chris Paul at number 3 as opposed to you having him at number 5.
Mhm.
First of all, he's a phenomenal shooter. You also have to remember something. He is 6 feet tall, like 170 pounds.
That's not
wet.
my fault.
No. But
I'm
him
shorter
at
than
his
him.
size, he is 20 and 10 almost every night with 2 steals. That is a lot coming out of a small body. He is aggressive. He is a competitor. He will get in someone's face if he has to. And he doesn't matter how big you
He's a
are.
pit bull.
Yeah, he literally is. He'll go into anyone's face, and he's a phenomenal leader, as well as to the fact he could get his own bucket and make everyone around him better. That's what makes him better than John Wall, in my opinion, because he's a better 3-point shooter. He's a better leader, and he's been to the playoffs multiple times.
But when it comes to the playoffs and people play more aggressively, he just can't do it.
It's not that he can't do it. His teammates don't answer the call.
He has a great team. I don't understand
No,
why
he
they
has
don't,
a
why,
great-
why can't they
He
win?
has one great player, one great athlete who can't shoot a free throw, and he has another good shooter. That's it. That's
That's
all he's
perfect.
No, it's not perfect.
else does he
not in
need?
this league. He needs more role players.
And he had-
that could
And he had
that
a
could
decent
produce.
small forward also.
6 man of the year, too.
They don't have a small forward.
Jamal Crawford also. That's right.
Yes, sir. Inconsistency.
But he has the most 4-point plays in the whole season.
What does that have to do with anything?
I don't know. I just want to spur it out.
Yeah. I think, though, regardless of the fact, this is an interesting point that we're going to bring up, that you have Chris Paul at 3,
Yes.
and you have him at 5.
Mhm.
Think 2-3 years ago, are we saying this?
No,
Chris Paul
a
that
couple
low?
of years ago, he was arguably the number 1 point guard.
And
That's
if
supposed to
you
be between him and Darren Williams.
Exactly. If you go back 6 years, it's Chris Paul or Darren Williams. All these guys,
And yet he's still relevant.
Had nothing on
top
him.
3.
right? But I think we're finally seeing possibly the decline of Chris Paul.
Well, he's also older, and you have
Yeah,
these younger
listen.
alpha male of point guards who are
The
taking
NBA
over the
is
title.
changing. It's a lot about the spot up threes now. It's a lot about the athletic guards. It's not necessarily about the pick and roll maestros. Another 2K.
Another
Drop
2K
right there.
reference.
He has
But-
that too.
Yeah. So, is this the year where Chris Paul really takes that decline? What do you think, Jordan?
First round, bust. That's it.
I think he's gonna have a steady year. I see 19 and 10.
Do you think he's playing 82?
82? No, I see 75.
75. Okay.
Just around, yeah.
So rest?
Yeah.
Rest, not injury.
Mhm.
All right. Well, we hope the best for
Yes.
Chris Paul.
He'll have rest when he plays against teams like, I don't know, the 76ers. But he'll have to play when he plays teams like the Nets. Because
He's
that's
gonna
hard,
sit
that's a
after
hard
the
game.
first quarter because it's gonna be a blowout.
He'll have to rest against the Knicks.
Well,
Yeah.
he'll have to rest against he'll have a lot of resting time in second round of the playoffs, right? Because he'll be at home.
Yeah, he'll be watching TV, watching the game. He'll be like, "Why'd you do that, Blake Griffin? Stop punching that guy."
All right.
Just one time.
Moving on. Jordan, number 3.
My number 3, Sub-Zero, Damian Lillard. You never heard of that?
No.
He freezes
What's
those
his rap
guards.
name?
Ankle breaker. He freezes them
What's his
where they
rap?
stand.
I don't know his rap name.
All right. Well, that's probably whatever it is. It's probably a better one than that.
25
Okay,
points
Sub-Zero.
per game, 6.8 assists, a steal, and half a block.
Yeah.
But 41% shooting,
Oh,
which is pretty,
pretty bad.
yeah. But the reason I have him so high is because they, in the West, being, let's see, were they like 4th or 5th?
6th, I believe.
Sixth? Still great.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Especially since
they beat an injured Clipper team that had no Blake Griffin and no CP3.
They beat a healthy Rockets team.
Yeah, but once
But
again,
just making the
second round
playoffs
exit.
with that team, you think they have nobody. All they have is Damian Lillard and CJ McCollum. Who's their center? Mason Plumlee,
Yeah, but Mason Plumlee
Aminu.
answered the call.
They definitely came out of left field. this year. They were able to.
If you called them making the playoffs, you wouldn't have said they would make the playoffs.
No, I did say they were going to be an entertaining team, and they were that.
But he's phenomenal, so.
I like him.
Yeah, Damian Lillard. That guy's clutch. He has the gene. Definitely has the gene. And I think now with some pieces that they've brought over this offseason, I think they're going to be a nice team this year.
I think Evan Turner's going to help them out a lot.
Yeah. I don't think Damian Lillard can't facilitate. I think
It's not that he can't. He's better off not to.
Exactly.
So Evan Turner could get him going. Evan Turner's a better playmaker for that team right now.
He reminds me a lot of like an Iguodala.
Yes.
And
that's exactly
and
what he reminds me of as well.
McCollum and Damian Lillard are kind of like Steph and Clay. Exactly. Yeah. So
just like the B-rated versions.
This could definitely work out for them. And we might see the second Splash Brothers. Splash Brothers Jr.
2.0.
There you go. All right, Aaron.
Number 2, Mr. Triple-Double himself, Russell Westbrook.
Westbrook.
Listen, the alpha male of those Thunder teams.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. We're getting death stares again from our video producer. Listen. Let's see what he does this year, right?
I think he's going to have a phenomenal year. I also feel like he might get injured because he's going to play a little too hard. But he's still going to play through that injury because he's such an animal on the court, and he doesn't let anyone get past him.
Yep.
On the defensive end. And when it comes to the offense, he doesn't let anyone stop him. He goes right through them. You see on the fast breaks when he grabs that rebound, he pushes it. He doesn't care who's running with him. He cares who's running against him. He's going to run right through them.
Yeah.
Did you say he's gonna play injured?
Jordan?
Yeah,
Who's your number 2 though?
He did a couple years ago.
Russell Westbrook.
Yeah,
okay.
He doesn't have a nickname, but I'm gonna make one up.
Make it up.
He's in Oklahoma City, so I went with Wow Westbrook.
Oh my god.
Come on, man.
All right, why is he number 2?
All right.
Let's get past that really bad
Well,
joke.
he almost averaged a triple-double last year.
Yeah.
And he shot 45%, 23.5 points, 8 rebounds, 10.5 assists, which was amazing because the year before that he only had like 6 or 7, and 100% animal. He's really just like a monster. Like, just launches himself and jams it.
Yeah.
I don't expect him to do all these things, but he just does it.
Do you think he's going to get injured this year? I know you.
Oh, yeah, he is. Yeah.
So just the consensus he's done?
Yeah.
No, it's not that he's done. He may have like that minor injury that he's like willing to play through.
Russell Westbrook reminds me a lot of Chris Paul in the way that he's also like, he's a pit bull. He's like that junkyard dog. He just
hunger.
He 100% always. It never goes away.
I love it.
Yeah, it's really true. And another example would be like Penny Hardaway.
Yeah.
Also, same thing. Just athletic, being able to score like that. You
And
have that
injury-prone.
mindset. And now, honestly, he's one of those people that I think would get a fire like from Kevin Durant leaving. I think he's pissed.
I think he's gonna take it on upon himself to carry that team to the playoffs.
Yeah.
Whether they make it or not, I can't call that now. I could make a call, but
he's
I
gonna
don't
take a pay cut and then go to the Warriors next season.
Wow. That's some team.
There's no contract restructuring in the NBA.
Oh, that's true. He just signed that contract.
They'll find a way.
They'll find a way there.
He's wild.
They'll trade him for Durant so Durant can come back.
Plot twist. Plot twist.
No, but with all things considered, he does have a young team. He can do some really awesome things this year. No, I don't know if he's going to make the playoffs, but we're going to see a lot of stats out of that guy.
That's right. It's going to be very entertaining.
Definitely top 5. All right, finally.
Number 1.
I think we can do the same thing we did last time with the shooting guards. Who's our first one, guys? 3, 2, 1.
Steph Curry with the pop, boy.
Chef Curry.
Those 360 wrists, man, they're just phenomenal.
Jordan, start us off. Stephen Curry.
Well, first of all, back in the day, you'd say, "Hey, Kobe!" Yeah. Now you're going, "Hey, Curry!"
It's true.
And I scored a little paper in a basket in a garbage can while doing that.
Yeah.
Well, the reason he's number 1 is because they won the what's it called, the championship last season. He won MVP, undisputed, by
all voters.
Yeah, exactly. He's just 30 points per game, 5.5 rebounds, 6.5 assists, 2 steals, 45% from 3. That's amazing. And he has the record for most threes in the season. Passing Ray Allen.
He shattered his own record by like 200 threes.
It's crazy.
And the team won 73-9. That's
Yeah.
case closed.
But they
All
lost
right, I'm
in the
leaving.
finals.
It's pretty simple. Aaron,
Here's the thing with Steph Curry. Man can flat out shoot it.
right?
His growth from when he got drafted, no one thought he was going to be a top point guard. He had the potential, but no one thought he was going to make it because of those ankle injuries.
No one thought he would even make it in the league.
No, people thought he would have made
Well,
it.
some
in
people
the
thought he
league.
wouldn't even make it in the league.
I think a lot of people called him out when he was getting those ankle injuries. And it was always like that. He was like that one injury away when his career was done.
That's true.
Like no one expected him to be, potential face of the league. No one thought he was going to be this, crazy of a scorer. Or they knew he was going to be a phenomenal shooter. They didn't think he was going to be potential 50, 40, 90 every night.
Yeah.
It was ridiculous. And plus, he's shattering records with the three-pointer. A couple of years, he's probably going to break the record again for something like for all-time threes. I don't know the exact number, but he's ever going to win it by far.
Yeah, Ray
We're
Allen's
gonna have it.
contemplating coming back just to hold him off.
And by the way, guys, they're serving curry chicken every day at Oakland Oracle Arena.
Are they really?
Nah, I don't know. But it should be on sale. That way they can also...
Stephen Curry is one of those really rare players where, like LeBron and like some others in the past, where he can become the face of a league. And he also from like a financial standpoint, guy signs with Under Armour. And Under Armour's growth over the past 2 years with his name, it's insane. It's Jordan-esque what he did for Nike. It's really amazing what Stephen Curry's been able to do.
The
And
stat
you're
was
right.
like 98% of a growth for a year.
Yeah, and he really was one ankle injury away and managed to pull it off. He's also, in my opinion, a great player to have as your face because there's not necessarily anything about him that's uber special.
And there's nothing
Athletically
for, like,
wise,
to hate because he doesn't fit like the super athletic picture.
Yeah,
he doesn't have the hops that could jump out of a building. He's quick, but he doesn't like really rely on that. He relies on his shooting.
Yeah. Let me just end off why Curry is so
Curry?
great at what he does. His 3-point shot is so good that you have to defend him so closely, and that opens up layups and other things for him.
Yeah.
It opens up other shooters at the same time.
Also has a 99 in 2K, right?
That's right. 99 close, 99 3, 99 shot.
Doesn't matter.
99
from the bench.
Yeah, just don't pick Warriors or you're pretty much a cheater.
Well, I think that concludes it for us. Definitely been an interesting top 5 at all the positions. As always, please like, subscribe, follow us on Twitter. Let us know who we thought. Did you think we left anyone out? Who do you think is the next up-and-comer that's going to be in this top 5 list? Thank you. Have a good night.